Hi boys and girls, this is Mrs. Acker. Today we're going to learn how to find the mass of objects. Now you're probably wondering to yourself, what is mass? Well, to answer that question, first we're going to talk about matter. Now matter is anything that takes up space. Some examples of things that take up space could be water, rocks, or even people. Mass is a measure of the amount of matter in an object, and we measure mass using grams and kilograms. Now I'm going to talk more about grams and kilograms in a moment, but first I want to talk about the difference between mass and weight. As I said, mass is the measure of the amount of matter in an object. Weight, on the other hand, is how gravity acts upon that mass. For example, this cantaloupe weighs about 3.5 pounds on Earth and has a mass of about 1.6 kilograms. Now, if I were to take it to the moon, where gravity isn't as strong, it would weigh less, but its mass would remain the same. So let's talk about how we would measure mass. We would use this balance, and the way the balance works is we want to make sure that this line is lined up equally with this arrow. That means that both sides are equal and we found our mass. In order to do that, we need things that would be equivalent to either a gram or a kilogram. So some household objects that you might have that are equivalent to a gram would be a peanut, still in its shell, a pen cap, or a paper clip. Now a kilogram is equal to 1,000 grams. So for example, a kilogram would equal 1,000 paper clips. Some things you might have in your home that would be equal to a kilogram would include a liter of any kind of liquid, or a can such as this one. Now the label would indicate that it's actually less than a kilogram, but when you take into account the mass of the can itself, it is equal to a kilogram. It's important to note as you do your research either online or in your math textbook that these everyday objects that we're using to determine mass are not standard units of mass. For example, your textbook indicates that a cantaloupe has a mass of about 1 kilogram. As we've learned already, this particular cantaloupe has a mass of 1.6 kilograms. I also read on the internet that a pineapple is considered to have a mass of about a kilogram. This particular pineapple has a mass of about 1.5 kilograms. So a lot of what we're doing today is estimating. And when you read things in your math textbook or online, I want you to be thinking about the fact that things that grow in different sizes cannot be considered standard units of mass. So let's find out the mass of some objects that you might have around your house. For example, this is a nickel. I wonder what the mass of this nickel would be. The way I'd find out is I'd put it in one side of my balance. And then I would use 1 gram at a time, 1 gram objects at a time to figure out the mass. So 1, 2, 3, 4. It's just about equal. Let's see if 5 will do it. All right, so a nickel is about equal to 5 grams. Now you'll notice today that I'm not going to do any measurement of things that are in kilograms because the balance probably couldn't handle that. So we're going to be focusing just on grams today. So let's talk about this glue stick. I wonder how many grams this glue stick is. Why don't you make a prediction before we start? All right, now that you've made a prediction, let's see how many grams this glue stick is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Have we gone over your prediction yet? 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Did you think it was this much? 31, 32, 33. Oh, it's starting to wobble. 34, 35, 36, 37, 38. It looks like we have a winner. It looks like it's about 38 grams. Is that close to your prediction? I hope so. All right, the next thing we're going to measure is this computer mouse, and I'll show it to you closely. We're going to measure the mass of this computer mouse. Make a prediction. See if you can figure out how many grams this would be. All right, let's check it out. Now, I have some paper clips laid out in groups of 10 because I know that this is going to take a long time if I start counting by ones. But you can count along with me. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Oh, it's starting to wobble a little. 70, 80. Oh, it looks like 80 was too many, so we're going to have to count backwards and take some grams out. 79, 78, 77, maybe one more, 76. It looks like it's about 76 grams. How close were you? I hope you were very close. All right, we're going to do one final measurement here. And we are going to measure the mass of an apple. Now, do you think that the apple will have a greater mass or a lesser mass than the mass of the computer mouse? And by how much? Make your prediction. All right, let's figure it out. We're going to go by tens again. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Did you predict it would be more than 100? 110, 120, 130. Oh my goodness. 140, 150, 160. Ooh, that's making it wobble. I don't think it'll need 10 more now. It's pretty close. Maybe it needs one more. 161. It looks happy with that. The apple is 161 grams. I definitely didn't predict that it would be that many. So how are we going to use this information that we've learned about mass? Well, we're going to need to make predictions about the mass of certain objects. For example, this page comes from your textbook. And the first problem asks about the mass of a nickel. It asks if the nickel has a mass of 5 grams or 5 kilograms? Basically what it's asking is, does it have a mass of 5 paper clips or 5 1-liter bottles of liquid? Now we've done the nickel already, so you already know that it would be about 5 paper clips, which is about 5 grams. How about the dog? This question asks if the dog has a mass of 40 grams or 4 kilograms. Now it's a small dog. However, I want you to remember when we measured the mass of the apple. The apple was 161 grams. Remembering that, do we think that this dog has a mass of 40 grams or 4 kilograms? If you said 4 kilograms, you're correct. How about a mitten? Would a mitten have a mass of 100 grams or 10 kilograms? Again, that's asking, would it be 100 paper clips or 10 1-liter bottles of liquid? Now, your hands would be weighed down very, very heavily if you said 10 kilograms. The mass of the mitten would be 100 grams. The next question asks about a computer monitor. It asks if the mass of the computer monitor would be 15 grams or 15 kilograms. Now, again, that would be 15 paper clips or 15 1-liter bottles of liquid. Nowadays, it's probably somewhere in the middle. But back when this book was published, computer monitors were much bigger and much heavier. And the mass of a computer monitor when the book was published would have been worth 15 kilograms. How about the football? Would the football have a mass of 4 grams or 400 grams? Well, would it have a mass of 4 paper clips or 400 paper clips? Bear in mind, this was worth 161 paper clips or 161 grams. So which do you think the football would be worth? You're right, it would be worth 400 grams. How about the bag of oranges? Would the bag of oranges would be 200 grams or 2 kilograms? So would the bag of oranges be worth 200 paper clips or 2 1-liter bottles of liquid? Well, if one apple is worth 161 grams, I would guess an entire bag of oranges would be worth 2 kilograms. How about a bicycle? Would a bicycle be worth 2 kilograms or 12 kilograms? Here are our kilograms. Would a bicycle be worth 2 of these or 12 of these? You're right if you said it would have a mass of 12 kilograms. Very good. How about a feather? Would a feather have a mass of 1 gram or 1 kilogram? So would a feather have a mass of 1 paper clip or 1-liter bottle of liquid? You're right if you said 1 gram. Very good. How about a horse? Would a horse have a mass of 5 kilograms or 550 kilograms? That's a big difference. Would a horse have a mass of 5 of these or 550 of these? You're right if you said 550. Very good. Finally, we have a penny. Would a penny have a mass of 3 grams or 300 grams? So again, we're looking, does a penny have a mass of 3 paper clips or 300 paper clips? If we remember, the nickel was 5 paper clips or 5 grams. So a good prediction for the penny would be 3 grams. You're doing great. Keep plugging away, and if you would like more information about grams and kilograms, watch the Brain Pop video, which is right beneath this one. See you later.